Is blind faith an asset or a liability? It's an honest question. If you are operating by faith, does that make you an idiot or a visionary? Truthfully, it just depends on the final outcome. So if you maintain inwardly committed to an outcome regardless of the outward conditions, you never really lose until you quit. Let's say a man walks outside every morning and says it's going to rain, but there isn't a cloud in the sky. It may be days or years, but eventually he will walk outside and say it's going to rain, and it will rain. Does that make the man a fool? Well, it depends. What is the difference between a half-wit and a mastermind? They both have some goal they want to see or make happen, but they try to accomplish it in different ways. A fool will want something to happen but will not put in the effort to make those changes occur. An intelligent person will fabricate an idea in their mind and then take action to create the change they want to see happen. A fool will expect someone else to do the hard work for them without bothering to communicate the end goal in mind. An intelligent person will create a vision and then will recruit others in their cause. Become the change you want to see in your life. If you want to make more money, start properly managing the money you have right now. If you want to meet new and talented people in your life, start going where those people are. If you want to progress into a new career or job position, start behaving like you already have the job. When there are changes you want to see in your life, you have to engage in the habits that will create that change. The small positive habits you perform now will eventually turn into substantial lifestyle changes in your future. If your life is the sum of the choices you make, then make a decision on the type of person you want to become and spend the rest of your life becoming that person. If you want to become a more caring person, make it your focus each day to help one person without expecting anything in return. If you want to become a person of honor, start with showing respect to the loved ones in your life. If you want to be self-sufficient, slowly start removing dependent behavior from your life. When it comes to creating tangible change in your life, it's not about where you start. It's not about where you finish. It's about accepting the fact that change is possible in your life and working to create that change a little bit every day. Here are 3 tips to start making change in your life. 1. Identify the change you want to make. It's time for you to make a decision about the type of person you want to be. If the type of person you are right now is not congruent with the type of person you want to be, it's time. If you are tired of doing the same things and expecting a different outcome, it's time. If you are feeling unfulfilled and uninspired, it's time. Make a commitment with yourself that you will dedicate your life to becoming the person you want to be. 2. Take it one day at a time. Once you identify where you're going, now you can take the steps to get there. Take it one day at a time, and each day focus on the small habits you can start today. If there are bad habits you are trying to break, you'll become overwhelmed if you focus on the finish line. Staying 365 days sober is daunting if you are just trying to make it through day 6. So stay focused on what you can do right now to get you closer to your goal. 3. Keep it simple. Multitasking can be the enemy when focus is needed. If you are trying to accomplish multiple goals all at the same time, your attention will be divided. Focus on 1 or 2 small habits at a time. When you start dividing your time amongst too many goals, you start to get in your own way. Let's not make the process harder than it needs to be. So often, when we see someone that excels at tasks we seem to be struggling in, it is common to downplay their success. We often try to attribute their success to their natural skill or just plain luck. But the truth of the matter is there is often so much more to it. Many times we only see the current chapter to someone's story, and the assumptions we make about how they got there are actually incorrect. We haven't seen their struggle, so we don't know what that person had to overcome. It's possible they were working on their weak spots in their private time, in their figurative dark, where there was no one to document their work. You don't know the sacrifices they had to make to get there. Napoleon Hill once said, "Great achievement is usually born of great sacrifice and is never the result of selfishness." The level of our success in anything is closely related to our level of sacrifice. Plainly said, if you want more, you have to do more. The problem is, as humans, we are inherently selfish. We enter this world being selfish because that is what is required for us to survive through our infancy stage, so it is a personality trait that we have to continually contend with. If you want success without doing the hard work, it may be helpful to take some time to reflect. Are you expecting success that is beyond your current skill set? Do you believe you should outmatch others merely because of who you are? Are you expecting recognition where no recognition is due? You have multiple chapters in your life, and you may not be in the chapter you think you are. It's possible you are in a chapter where you should be building work equity instead of receiving recognition. You may be in a chapter where you are still developing your talents, and you will not receive your recognition until you reach the next chapter of your life. Until you get to that chapter, you should be working to improve yourself, working on improving the skills you need in the future. Technical and interpersonal skills, mental and emotional tenacity, internal willpower. When you don't receive immediate recognition or success, it is natural to feel the urge to quit. But don't quit. You will have to walk out this part of your story to get to the next chapter, because the delays we experience can be beneficial in ways we could never anticipate.